Last month, I attended the makeup show in Long Beach, California, and I did an extra class with Danessa Myricks. She gave some really great tips on how to use her blurring balm powder that I wanted to share with you guys today. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Chelsea Giacello, and I help people who are struggling with skin conditions by giving them makeup tips that help them feel confident and giving you real expectations of how makeup looks on skin. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos recently about this product, people reviewing it, and there seems to be a lot of confusion. And I understand if you are a consumer and it's overwhelming on all these products that come out. But in my opinion, if you are a YouTuber and you are reviewing products frequently, I think that you should do some research before you let out a video. Danessa Myricks' Instagram account has a Teach Me Tuesday every Tuesday where they go into detail about her products. And they did one on the blurring balm powder back when it was launched. So there's really no excuse to not understand a product as a YouTuber. You gotta do your research and give people valid information. I'm sorry, I just wanted to say that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is prep the skin, and I'm cleaning with a micellar water. Now going in with a toner with the back of the cotton pad. If you've been with me for a while and you've seen it in my other videos, you know how important skin prep is. And I always talk about it, how it is the most important to any makeup application. You have to get the skin prepped and ready for your makeup. Now I'm going in with a water elixir by Sonia Roselli. This is my serum. Now I'm going to mix a little bit of her water cream by Sonia Roselli. And I'm gonna use a little bit of Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum in the shade Main Squeeze. If you haven't tried this, it smells amazing and it's really beautiful on the skin. So I'm just gonna add like a little bit to that water cream. I just really want the skin to look nice and glowy. And I'm just gonna bounce that onto the skin. My neck. Décolleté. So the powerhouse ingredient in this product is Epsolite. It's a Swedish ingredient, and what it does is balances the skin and controls oil. Really anything of excess that you don't need, it will balance that for you. Danessa told us that it has higher blurring properties than any other product on the market. It also has squalene oil and hyaluronic acid. So it comes in Universal, which is a clear shade that anyone can use as a primer or mixed with other products. And then it also comes in 11 shades that you can use as your foundation. It's going to be a sheer coverage. First, I'm gonna show you as a primer. This is the shade Universal. Again, it's clear, and I like to use it in my T-zone area where I get oily, and then also in my pitted acne scar areas to keep it a little more matte. It's not gonna super mattify your skin to where it looks dull and not glowy. You can still see the glow through it that I used in my skincare products. So I'm just gonna rub that in, and I'm gonna apply that in the areas that I tend to get oily. You can also use it in your eyebrows as a primer before your eyebrow products. And then another thing you can do is use it on your eyelids as an eyeshadow base if you get oily lids. I actually get oily lids, so this has been really helping my eyeshadows stay throughout the day. Once the oils start breaking through, my eyeshadow is ruined. So that's one way you can use it, as a primer if you don't want it as a foundation or any color on it. I'm just going in now with a color corrector concealer in my under eye area where I tend to get really red. I'm going in my pitted acne scar areas just to brighten them up a little bit underneath. In my opinion, this is really a game changer for oily skin. And yes, dry skin can use this product as well. And like anything, you just want to make sure that your skin is well prepped. The only downside of this product, in my opinion, is it has kind of a weird smell. It almost smells like gasoline. It does go away. I don't smell it throughout the day, but it is kind of a weird smell. Okay, so that's the first thing you can do. Use it as a primer underneath your foundation. You can go in next with whatever foundation that you love. Another thing you can do is use it as your foundation. It's a sheer and buildable coverage. Or you can mix it with something else. Before I do that, I forgot something. I wanted to do a little bit of glow on the high points of my cheek underneath. I've been really loving cream and liquid highlighters lately underneath my foundation, just to have like a natural glow that shines through instead of a powder on top. So you can absolutely use this on its own. Let me show you on its own too. You can grab any type of brush, but I like to use like a flat kind of brush like that and just dip it in. And then I just stamp it on. So if you like sheer foundations, you don't want anything too heavy, you don't need much coverage, you can definitely do that. I've been doing that lately, like early mornings if I'm not going out anywhere really, just errands and things like that. I've been using it that way. Or if you do want a little more coverage, you can grab some and then add any type of foundation with it. I'm doing the Graftobian HD Glamour Cream. And I'm gonna use that. It's kind of dark. So I'm going to also mix a little bit of her Yummy Skin Serum Foundation in there. It's a little bit on the lighter side, and just to give it more of a dewiness. Go in with that same brush and just stamp it. So just a little recap, you can use the universal shade as a primer on its own. You can use the colored one as a primer too, or use it as your foundation. You can mix it with another foundation, another cream, a liquid. You can use it on your eyelids as an eyelid primer to soak up any excess oils throughout the day. And you can use it on your eyebrows as an eyebrow primer. You always want to make sure everything is well blended before you move on to your next step. Grab another brush and just blend this better. And I just put it right under my eyes too. I already concealed, I already color corrected, so I just go over it with a sheer wash of foundation. So the main point of this foundation really is to manage texture, which if you know me and you've seen my videos, I have a ton of texture. I have not only pitted acne scars, but I just have very textured skin. It really doesn't feel like you're wearing anything, doesn't feel like much, which is always a plus. I don't like the feel of heavy makeup on my skin. When I was a teenager, I used to pile makeup on my skin, but not these days. Okay, so another way you can use it, if you are using a cream bronzer or a cream blush or a liquid, you can scrape a little bit of that out. If you have a lot of texture on your cheeks, or if you have a client that has a lot of texture on their cheeks, you can grab that cream product and then mix a little bit of the blurring balm powder to help blur out the skin more. So you can do it with the universal shade, or you can even do it with your foundation shade if you want to tone down the bronzer or contouring shade or blush shade. Tone it down a little bit if it's too much. I'm gonna go in with the universal shade. I just mixed that on there. And I'm gonna mix that in with the cream bronzer. There's still a little bit of foundation on my palette, which is good because that will also help mute it down a little bit. I'm just gonna grab that same brush that I first applied my foundation with and stamp that. And I'm just going to stamp that onto my cheek area. She really created her products to be able to mix and layer with anything, so that is a plus. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the cream blush Scrape that off. And I'm just showing you all the different ways you can use it, so I am definitely piling it on, but I don't really feel like anything's on my skin. So I'm gonna grab the blush and then add a little bit of that. Also, I'm going to go with a stippling brush. All right, I'm just gonna stamp that here. So I do have a lot of texture on my cheeks, and this has really helped to blur it out. Comment below, guys, if you have any other questions. I hope I didn't miss anything about this product. I hope I clarified it a little bit better for you. If you did have any confusion, sometimes when I'm filming, my mind goes blank and I forget things. I write them down, but still. Grab that foundation brush again, just to kind of melt everything in together and make it look all cohesive and blended and nice. I forgot to mention that this product turns into powder. It's blurring balm powder. So it starts off as a balm, but it turns into a powder, but it's not overly powdery. You don't feel like you're wearing a bunch of powder. So you don't have to apply powder on top if you don't want to, but if you just have to, like you're super oily and you just need that step, or you just wanna make sure that your makeup's gonna stay and not get too oily, then you definitely can also powder it, but you won't have to powder it after that, throughout the day. You won't have to touch up, trust me. So I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm gonna grab a little bit of the RCMA No Color Powder, and I use such a little bit under my eyes. I just like a little bit of setting under the eyes so it doesn't crease, because I did use cream products. Now in my T-zone, where I told you I get oily, I'm gonna stamp a little bit of powder just in the T-zone. And in the areas that I really want to stay glowy and dewy, I'll show you how I powder those areas, even with a matte powder. I'm gonna stamp some powder in my pitted acne scar areas. I don't want it too glowy. I don't want to bring too much attention to those areas. I want to play up the other areas of my face that aren't as textured and aren't as scarred. Okay, so if you want to powder in the areas that you want to keep really glowy and dewy, what I'm going to show you is called a soft set. That's when you grab a powder, even if it's a mattifying powder like this one, you're going to apply it to a brush, just a little bit, tap off any excess, and you're just going to lightly sweep in those areas. Now you're adding a little bit of powder, but it's not overly mattifying anything. You can still see the glow in those areas. All right, so I just finished my makeup. It is 9:02, I don't know if you can see that, 9:02 a.m. And I'm gonna be going to a theme park today with my family, and I'm gonna check in at the theme park later and show you what my makeup is looking like. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm here at Knott's Berry Farm and it is 3 o'clock, so I've had this foundation on for about 6 hours now. And as you can see, I'm still really matte. Normally by now I'd be getting very shiny in the T-zone, but it has really balanced my skin and helped it stay nice and fresh and doesn't look like I've had makeup on for 6 hours. So I'm gonna do another check-in when I get home tonight and you guys can see how it looks then. See you later. Hey guys, I'm back home now. It is 8:20 in the evening and I've had this foundation on for about 12 hours now. And as you can see, it's done a great job at balancing my skin. I'm not super greasy at all, maybe a teeny bit of oil breaking through in my forehead, but that's about it. I am starting to see a little bit of texture in this area. I was wearing sunglasses most of the day, so it definitely could be from that. But overall, it's just a great product. I hope that you incorporate it in your routine or get a sample of it and try it out. Please leave me any comments below if you have tried this product, if you want to try it, if you're going to try it, and any questions that you have. I try to answer everyone's questions. Give me a thumbs up and share this video with anyone that you would think would get value out of this. It really helps grow my channel so I can make more videos just like this one. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video.